we'd like to welcome you to the Ye Ole Carriage Shop in Spring Arbor, Michigan. You're looking at a collection of cars that has taken over 38 years to collect, with the major in cars that were built in Jackson, Michigan. But we're here for one reason, is to share a little bit of Jackson, Michigan's history in the building of the cars in the early part of the century. Well, in 1902, Jackson, Michigan was introduced to their first car, which was called the Jackson, the J-A-X-O-N. It was a steam car and steered with a tiller. And we have a whole lineup of cars here that were built in Jackson, Michigan. This is a 1915 Briscoe built by Benjamin Briscoe on East Ganson Avenue in Jackson, Michigan. And the Cyclops one headlight only lasts 6 months. The state of Michigan decided it was not warranted to look like a locomotive or a motorcycle coming down the road. And then the Earl was built just down the street from the Briscoe. Benjamin Earl built this car. This is a Jackson. It's all original. I'm very proud of this car because it has never been restored. And you think about how nice this leather is in this car. It's 100 years old, and to have a car 100 years old and have it in this good a condition is a rarity. By the way, the car sold for $950 new. The first Imperial was made in Jackson, Michigan. And of course, later on, Chrysler picked up the name Imperial and they built a car called Imperial. But this is the first Imperial. The Imperial also built a very sporty 1914 Roadster. And as far as I know, there are only 2 of these in existence. And it was built downtown Jackson on Mechanic Street. This Buick was not built in Jackson, Michigan, but signifies the name Buick starting in Jackson, Michigan in 1904. They started building Buicks. Then they took the Buick company to Flint, Michigan, where they built Buicks ever since. We'll go to the last car built in Jackson here. The Kaiser Fraser Company commissioned Jackson, Michigan to build their sports car called the Kaiser Darren. It came out in competition to the Corvette in 1953 and the Thunderbird, which came out in 1955. But it only lasted 1 year, and they quit building the car because it did not go over well because of the price. It was about $3,600 new, and you could buy a Corvette or a Ford Thunderbird for $3,200. The door slides into the front fender. Very rare car, and this folds back into the trunk and it makes a full convertible. We enjoy tours by appointment only, and those that would like to come and see the museum in Spring Arbor, Michigan would call 517-750-4300. But again, we enjoy sharing the museum and the history of the automobile which built America.